at that engine on the left. On the left, look at its engine.
That needs some work. Come here.
Did you see the tires on it? Mama!
Come here, Jen.
I never fucking saw you that.
Yeah, I just want to pre-flight everything and check out of sight. So when you're flying planes, you've got to make sure everything's just right. They got checklists there to look at and make it out, right? They check the tires, check the oil, check the flaps. Check it? Want to help check? I'll show you what we're looking at. Show you everything's checked. Here's the brakes. A little bit loose. Not leaking oil or anything. It's right there. It's right here. Brakes coming off of that. I'm going to drain a little bit of gas, make sure there's no fuel in it, or water in it.
Make it close on the wheels and around.
Don't distract the gas. Just make its way through it all. No, the ropes aren't mine. No, they're here. Yeah, we're going to check the wheel for this fall or getting low. Anything like that. So we just work our way right around the airplane. Looking at the engines. These bounces over the car.
Stay with Daddy.
This part makes it go up and down. This goes up and pushes the back end down and they go up.
That's called its pitch.
Boys, careful, Sawyer.
That's pitch control, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Antennas are good up there. Gas caps are on tight. Looking for anything somebody might have run into with a car while it's parked out here. Okay, good. Hinges here. Yep. That helps us come in slower. When we land, we don't have to be going so fast.
Makes the wing bigger.
Kind of.
Theory. More lift, less speed.
Yep. Do the same thing with this wheel.
Yeah, it makes it go. It makes it go. This is a big airplane. Daddy, that airplane, Mama.
So he's getting some fuel out of there.
Mama.
So we'll make sure it feels good.
That
So we don't have any
airplane
water in
is
the gas
full.
tanks. Gas tanks are up in the wing. Sometimes it'll rain, and if they don't seal good, you'll get a little water in there.
I'm over the gas.
How many gallons of fuel is this hold?
Holds 42, 38 burnable.
Okay.
Rain a little bit on the carburetor.
How do you get in the
Pretty sure we
airplane?
can throw the oil in.
That airplane.
Step in.
You just go step on those things.
Oh yeah, you know that don't go too far.
Trip, up, rain, that,
Exhaust.
rain,
Look at our nose wheel. You gotta snap that like that. Yep. You hear that tinging on there?
rain.
If sometimes birds will build nests in there. If they build a nest against that, it won't ting like that. It'll just be a float. See?
Mama,
So you can check it that way.
that,
We do the same on a prop. Hear that?
yeah.
If that was cracked or anything showing up there and we didn't see, it wouldn't make that kind of a ring. Just making sure everything is good with the engines, not something locked up in it. We're almost done.
I see a storage One, two, one, two, one, mama. One, two,
Hold on.
one, two, one, two.
We're going to look at this one still. It's, I don't think we should. catch anything.
Dash? Dash, his older brother. Well, I don't think Dash has ever ridden anything this size. Say hi.
And you go into the wind. Bye.
No.
It's more the airplane. It's okay when you get there.
He's going to get us on the runway. We're going to take off.
Watch it go.
This will be fun. This is fun.
It is fun, isn't it? A lot of fun.
I don't see anyone else in the air. I don't hear anybody on the radio.
Yeah, I got nothing on the right.
You all set?
Yep.
Craig County traffic. Now 64186 and departing on 19er, Craig County.
Hey, boys.
Front wheels up. There you go. Here's Daddy. Oh, we took the park break back. No. Daddy will be here in about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Well, we do appreciate the ride here.
Well,
You doing okay? See, out there is where we were running into all the smoke. Yep.
you gonna watch them land? Watch. Here they go.
They're over the trees, right over the trees. Come on, set us down right on this runway. Isn't that fun?
They come.
Our random Saturday adventure got a lot crazier, didn't it? Sure did.
Look, Dad.
There you go. Woohoo! So much fun.
There they are. There's Daddy. There's Daddy.
Yes, son.
boys? Wasn't that awesome? Super awesome.
Here and all about. Get your seat unhooked so you can go back.
All done.
Let's go make sure Daddy and your brothers are good.
Let's see what they thought.
Go ahead and open so you can get some air.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
Sawyer, what'd you think?
Good.
You've been flying now.
Yeah, but and when I was sleeping, now I went 2 times. When I was sleeping, it was dreaming about Star Wars.
How was that?
That's
You
great.
enjoy it?
Yeah, that's So we left North Carolina yesterday morning with full intentions of arriving in our town in Florida about 10, 11 hours later. Usually we make the drive one shot, no big deal. We wanted to make it interesting, so we stopped in this town called Crescent, Georgia, had a great lunch on the water, but a little bit out of the way, and then with the boys, it seems like we've been potty breaking constantly. So about 8 o'clock last night, it was clear that nobody wanted to keep driving. So we randomly stopped in Bonifay, Florida at this Holiday Inn Express. Got everybody to bed, no big deal. Woke up in the morning, full intentions just to get in the car and go to Florida, to our final destination. I don't like eating Holiday Inn breakfasts because they're generic, but April likes them because they're free. So she says, let's go get some food. And I said, great, get some food for the boys just to have a snack. But let's find someplace more interesting to eat, because this might as well be an adventure, right? So we go down there, and what I thought was going to be a grab and go becomes a sit down breakfast with, you know, the omelets and the sausages and all that kind of stuff. So we sit down, we're the only people in there, and these 2 gentlemen come in, Mark and Ken. Ken is a retired Army criminal investigator.
73-year-old.
73 years old. And he's making polite conversation with us, with the boys. And he pulls out his badge, because he's a sheriff officer in his hometown. He shows the boys his badge, and you know, they think that's really cool. Anyway, they sit down beside us, and we strike up a conversation. It turns out they had flown into Bonifay, Florida. And they had landed in Bonifay at a little county airport because of a lot of smoke, because of local burns that are going on. It was really hard to see where they were going. But I've spent a little bit of time at county airports, and I know that when you land there, usually there's a courtesy car that drives you around, or that you can drive around. But apparently there was no courtesy car at this facility. So they had a mechanic drive them into town so they could spend the night somewhere. The mechanic drove them in and said, I'll drive you if you buy me a burrito. It turned out to be an $18 burrito, so it was required for him just to get a 4-mile drive into town, right? So basically these 2 guys, fine gentlemen, don't have a ride back to this airport that's, ended up being about 6-something miles away. Well, being old retired military guys, I said, we will drive you there. And they said, that's great. Can we repay you? And I was like, no, man, I'll just drive you guys to the airport and drop you off. He goes, yeah, maybe you guys can see the plane. And I was like, my boys would love to see the plane. He goes, yeah, we'll just take you for a flight. And I was like, we would love to go on a flight, right? April's all the time just freaking out because she has no desire for her boys to go fly with some guy that she's never met. Anyway, you'll probably see the footage. We drove them to the airport. They had a Cessna 172. We loaded up, myself and Brooks and Sawyer, and we had a grand old time flying around. And then we landed.
The other guy was quite put out.
Yeah, the youngest was mad that he didn't go, but it's only 4 seats, so what can you do? Anyway, nice boat. That was our random Saturday morning adventure in Bonifay, Florida. Woke up to get some yogurt and ended up in a Cessna 172, sitting right seat, trying to avoid.
Mr. Mark and
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mark and Mr. Ken. Trying to avoid local skydivers that were dropping into the BZ while we were on the downwind. Maybe more to come.
Moral of the story is don't be afraid to talk to strangers because you never know what fun thing they could end up having in store for you. You could also end up on a drug run to Mexico, or being like, I don't know,
Never mind.
crashing and burning with some
Okay.
guy who didn't pass his FAA physical. I don't know. But the point is you got one life to live. And when a random guy says you want to go fly on my plane, you know, if you die, at least you have an interesting story. Like what happened to Scott? Oh, you didn't hear? Like he randomly got into a plane with some guy he didn't know in Bonifay, Florida, and died on a drug run where they were using Scott's body as some sort of
Okay, cut.
filler. I don't know.
Out.
Out? Okay.